Hello and welcome to Alternative Radio Cardiff. Today we're actually here with Urban Culture Wales blogger Daryl Evans, and the ever-famous Tom Davis is back on the scene. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. How are you guys? You all well?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. So what have you been up to actually, Tom? You've been bodybuilding.
I've been skiving, mate, haven't I? So, yeah, I've just... I've been prepping for a bodybuilding competition which may or may not happen, so... eventually, hopefully it will, and just been living a clean, quiet lifestyle, mate. So that's where I've been.
Wow, very impressive. And if you want to check out Tom's six pack, we'll put a photo of it up on the radio.
Oh, it's not very impressive, mate. It's not very impressive.
And so Daryl, how you been, mate? You all right?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Good, yeah, really good, mate. So we've reached out to you, because I've seen you making movements, interviewing loads of people, kicking out loads and loads of content for Urban Culture Wales. Yeah. I've seen you through the Facebook channels. You've got your own website, which is pretty professional stuff, and great reading as well. So, yeah, really, what I want to find out about then is, what was Urban Culture Wales, what inspired it, what you're currently doing with it, and where you want to go with it. And you're also an artist yourself, so you want to play a few tracks for us as well.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Bloody exciting stuff. Go on then, Tom. So,
Daryl, let's start from the beginning, mate. So tell us a little bit about where Urban Culture Wales come from and what inspired it.
Well, I've always been into music. So from like a young age, a teenage age or whatever, I started a little music company and like a rap group and stuff. And that kind of evolved over a couple of years. And Urban Culture Wales was one of the sub-projects of that like main music label project.
What was the music label called?
It was called Silent Beats.
Nice. And the rap group?
Silent Beats as well. That's where it started with Silent Beats, but then the rap group sort of evolved into the label.
Nice. And Silent Beats did that originate from Aberdeen as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was like the umbrella. That was like the thing that started it all. That was got the ball rolling. It got us into shows and stuff like that. But then I sort of evolved that over time and created another company, which was Urban Culture Wales, which was a blog and an events company, and we did some battle rapping and reviewing other people's battle raps and blogging artists and promoting artists and stuff like that. But sadly, all of those projects come to an end. I think it was 2017 or 18, something like that. I started a family, and now I just wanted to get back on it. I loved it. I loved being self-employed and working for myself and stuff like that. So did Urban Culture Wales trade or like have some revenue coming through it, or was it in that sense, or was it yeah we run events and stuff like that.
So you made the money from
we had a little bit, but it wasn't huge money.
I know that you're releasing an album that's coming out online soon. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that from re-kickstarting Urban Culture Wales that you've had like a lot of interest off other people coming in since it's restarted.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 weeks it's been open, and or since I relaunched it, and it's been pretty received well.
You're feeling it.
Yeah. So how many other artists are on the? How many artists are all together on the album?
There's 30 songs on the album, but a couple of songs are featuring a few artists, so there's over 30 artists. There's probably about 40 artists.
Nice, okay. So, you're going to play some tunes now as well. Is that from the album, or is that from one of yours?
No, this is one of mine. This is my latest release, or one of my latest releases. It's called Letter from 4020.
Okay, talk about that's a strange name.
It's
Come on, you can tell us.
It's like it's a scenario. It's a post-apocalyptic world, 2,000 years in the future. Like, we've blown the world up, and the generations of people then, 2,000 years in the future, they're all like blind and stuff because of the nuclear bombs we dropped and stuff like that. But one of them regains their eyesight and writes this letter back to us.
Mate, I love that, mate.
Wow.
Where do you come up with these ideas, mate? Where does your inspiration come from?
I'd give Netflix a call if I was you.
Mate, I like the sound of that.
It's very good. It's almost like Book of Eli or something.
Yeah, there's a music video as well. Jake the Ripper from Cardiff animated it for me, so it's really like a powerful moving.
Wow, okay.
Piece of poetry,
I will try and get the video playing on the radio, but I don't know my technical abilities like that. So, yeah, introduce your song then, buddy.
Okay, this is Letter from 4020 by myself, Daryl.
Alternative Radio Cardiff, ARC FM.
There's a story about your world. The sun was shining in the sky, there was a beautiful girl, and she was standing by a tree. I'd love to see one of those. I heard you smelled flowers with your nose, that's amazing. And all the different colours too. There's a rumour, but apparently the sky is blue. Wow, I'd love to see a cloudless sky, then watch the moon and stars come out at night. I heard the story that said you could walk barefoot on the beach. The story said you lived in houses all together, you called them streets. You loved your neighbours and you played and you were kind, it said. You had light, you had warmth, you had food and even beds. You could walk for miles outside and you could breathe the fresh air. You drank the water, swam in lakes, you had it all but didn't care. How could you be so foolish only to destroy your only mother? Now we live in eternal darkness and we're forever undercover. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust. It's been 2,000 years since your war broke out. 50 years in your future, your whole world is wiped out. Only a tiny fraction survived, go on to create me. Since the mass extinction of 2023, we lived in small groups after the extinction, when the water dried up and the war destroyed us. You poisoned all the land and our seeds will never grow, forced to scavenge your life in the vast unknown. From a knowledge just told you had all the signs. The science backed it up, but you ignored it every time. Surely this can't be true, you weren't blinded by your money. You had it all, but you traded it for money. Really? Now it's all gone, we live in those skies. Haven't seen the light since the war blinded our eyes. Our ancestors went into the caves to survive. Now our species has evolved to be permanently blind. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust. It's not as bad as it seems, we've evolved into a peaceful species. Your mistakes taught us better, that's why I'm writing you this letter to thank you. Cause you did not love this earth, you did not realize its worth, but we do. And today we give thanks, we are harvesting our food, which is algae and plants. See, we live underground and we totally blind, but we give thanks to chemosynthesis, food we were able to find. We learned and adapt, evolved into a new you. One day when the sky is clear, we'll meet the legacy of you. So this is my letter from 4020, to let you know when your belly full is plenty. Your corporations value money over everything. Stop their ways quick, cause one day they ruin everything. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust. Dear past residents, from murderers to presidents, you have no idea what you left us. All your great cities have now turned to dust.
Well, good little track there. That is that's
Thank you very much.
Stuff then, mate. So, what are you up to at the moment then with Urban Culture Wales? Where are you at the moment, and what is your plan for, I don't know, the next 6-8 months? Would include lockdown?
Well, the album is coming out Saturday the 20th. So after that, I'm going to continue blogging, but I'm kind of unsure of what to do next, actually. To be brutally honest, I got so many ideas, I'm just trying to pin one down.
So are you working on any new music at the moment? Is that something that's kind of going on constantly?
Yeah, I'm also in like a duo with a female singer.
Nice.
We're called Double KD. We've got like an EP, half an album finished. We've got the other like 6 songs written and my half recorded. But she lives in Merthyr, so lockdown has stopped us from recording her half of the album. Like,
you're an interesting bloke as well, mate. We've got a few of those. So where do you get your artists from? Because you've been kicking out loads and loads of content, and why have you chosen the writing sort of article type platform to do your stuff?
I don't know. Writing has always come easy to me.
Being a rapper, right?
Yeah, being a rapper. But I've always been into poetry and writing stories and being pretty creative and stuff. So doing articles like this is, I don't want to say easy, like, but
But nice, it's comfortable.
It's nice, it's comfortable, yeah. It's comfortable.
So where would we find these articles? Are they posted online on the Urban Culture website?
Yeah, all on the website, yeah.
So you see what W in it?
Yeah, ucwales.co.uk.
Okay, fair enough. So where do you see yourself going then? I mean, what is an ideal world? So let's say lockdown's lifted, we're in a post
events.
Yeah,
back
events.
into the events, yeah.
In Cardiff, the big city.
That would be ideal.
Where are we looking? So approaching places like the Tram Shed and having rap sort of culture Wales.
Yeah.
How about you could probably mix it up, couldn't you, with this when we throw our events, because we'll be going down that road as well.
Be great.
So
that'd be great. I'd love to do something like that.
Yeah, nice little
festivals is where I want to end up. I want to run festivals.
Yeah, so I was thinking like a Cardiff roadshow where you get things like the bars that are out there to set up tents and sell their beers, but you're in the field and you've got a stage, and then you've got porters come on there and say,
selling food and
this
stuff.
is Porter's Bar, come check us out, here's two of our artists, and then Brewhouse come on and same thing, and it's almost like a big sales
spectacle.
Yeah, it's a massive spectacle, but it's got a bit of purpose to it.
Oh, Wales has got loads of talented musicians as well.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because like I've always saying on the other ones, it's like the stars aren't on the TV or on the radio. They're next to you in the street.
Yeah, and you don't realise it's them.
Just as stuck as you or whatever. So it is pretty good. So what is an ideal? Like, how are you going to get these events off the ground then?
I got to build the name up again. Rebrand it. It's looking, professional. It's had a good start. I want to keep that professionalism up, and branch into the events and when the time is right. Like,
nice, man. Sounds good. So, what was the venue which your event was known for being at?
It was a little pub in Penwang called the Colliers. It was absolutely a wild place to be.
Yeah,
it was crazy. We had some battle raps there. We had fights break out. It was.
Was it perfect?
It was wild. Yeah, it was perfect. It was perfect. My only problem is I didn't have more cameras to film it all.
Oh well, you can rectify it this time round now, can't you? So you're going to play us another tune, aren't you, as well?
Yeah. I'll play a double KD song now. This is a new song. It's called Share My Last With You.
Share My Last Video.
Share My Last With You.
Let's hear it.
Alternative Radio Cardiff, Arc FM.
Rolling up, baby, let's go for a drive. Let's live the night like it's our last alive. Window down, feel the air. Driving round without a care. Come back when the skies are red. All we need is our stomach fed. Chase the sun, let the air breathe. Be the one who lives carefree. Touching my face, touching your face. Let's let the wind take us to the next place. Let's drift away, let's drift away. Right in the breeze, we find a new day. When we gotta go, but we'll be together, doing what we know. Roll one up, puff, puff, pass. You know that I'd give you my last. Share my last with you. Do anything you ask me to. So I roll one up and hit it with you. Puff, puff, pass, this is how we do. My favorite hang time is to be with you. Share my last with you. You on my arm is natural. Being together is natural. You make the world possible, it's natural. You can make the world smile, you can make the sun shine. Getting high with you is never wasted time. We can roll up, then roll out. We can be quiet or we can scream it out. Sharing with you, I'm grateful. Knowing that you are so tasteful. Being that I'm so wasteful. You always find a way to make the glass full. So I'll give you all I got. And I know it's not a lot. From my soul down to my socks, I will gladly give you all I got. Share my last with you. Do anything you ask me to. So I roll one up and hit it with you. Puff, puff, pass, this is how we do. My favorite hang time is to be with you. Share my last with you. I read your love through every letter. In my songs, my love is you. I will share my last with you. When you're around, you make it better. I read your love through every letter. In my songs, my love is you. I will share my last with you. Share my last with you. Do anything you ask me to. So I roll one up and hit it with you. Puff, puff, pass, cause it's how we do. My favorite hang time is to be with you. I'll share my last with you.
So that was Share My Last With You. So, Daryl, tell us a little bit more about that track, mate. What was the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, the inspiration behind that is a dance song. It's kind of upbeat, summertime, and it's all about sharing a joint with the person you love. It's like your last Rolo. Well, this is about your last joint.
So who do you normally share your last joint with,
Well,
Daryl?
with Kelly, who the song is, who I sing with, like, and you know, that's kind of the bond there, like, and you know.
Okay. So how long have you guys been? How long have you known each other and been working with each other?
Yeah, years now, but we've only got like one solid album, and the next one in the making now. But then we got like loads of EPs, and we've done like loads of gigs and stuff like that. Like we're pretty well versed, but I love the studio time with Kelly. That's the best time.
So what kind of genre is Kelly in? Because are you both kind of on the same page, or is it kind of a mix of?
I met Kelly when I was running Silent Beats, and she was an Adele impersonator. So she was singing like ballads and stuff like that. Like, so it was only then we both did an album, and we released an album on Silent Beats a week apart. And then after that, we just decided to do an album together, and that's when Double KD was born. And then it was like this urban music.
Was it just really natural from the beginning?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So
it was great. That was great.
So what became of Silent Beats?
It just kind of eventually fizzled out with the rest of the projects I was running. Things got a bit too hectic for me to handle by myself. I did have a little team around me, but it just wasn't big enough and wasn't good enough.
Have you got what's happened this time around then? Have you got people that you're leaning on as well, or is there?
No, I'm just relying on myself now, and I'm just using other people for their brain. But when it comes to the actual legwork and stuff, I'm doing all of that.
So the other question I wanted to ask you. So
I was too nice. Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries, mate. No worries.
It failed last time because I was too nice.
Fair enough. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with failing, mate.
No, I've learned a lot from doing all of those things and failing all of them. You know, it's not just one failure. It was all.
Failing well. Failing well is what I like to call it.
Yeah, that was an accurate description, actually.
Well, quite simply, it's absolutely amazing to hear what you've been up to, and just generally that fire that is within you to keep creating stuff, even if you do have to step aside because life gets in the way or whatever happens. You're on a similar mission to us. We're obviously Guideline rock and roll, indie folk, and you're on the rap side and stuff. So I just say let's help each other out.
Definitely.
Get events together, unite, be part of it, because stronger together. And
sounds good.
And we're going to take over the bloody world.
Yeah.
So I mean that is good. So
happy days.
Yeah. So where can we find you?
www.ucwales.co.uk, but it's like the letter U, the letter C, Wales.
And the number 43 and the colour blue, Chamon. For anybody that knows that.
So we look to round things up now, Daryl. So could you leave us with some final thoughts, mate?
What do we got to look out for?
Yeah, we got the album coming out on the website. Depending on when the podcast is released,
what date is the album coming out?
The 20th, Saturday the 20th.
So I'll leave it up to the listeners to decide whether in the future or the present.
Is that coming out? I'm finishing recording my album with Double KD. Where as soon as lockdown's lifted, I'm gonna get on get a couple of, do a little bit of artistry stuff. But I want to keep pushing Urban Culture Wales and making more content for that.
And of course, excited about working with us.
Of course, yeah.
And make sure you get over to Urban Culture Wales and check that out.
Absolutely.
Thank
Alex,
you,
goodbye
guys.
from me.
it's a goodbye from me, and it's so lovely to meet you, Daryl.
Nice to thank you for having me down here. Sorry, get my words mixed up.